Hey gang, today we are at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and before Mickey and Minnie took over the ride behind me, it used to be home to Disney's most beloved attraction, the Great Movie Ride. Now, I worked as a cast member on this ride, and today marks 8 years since it has been closed. So we're gonna be revisiting my time on the ride, see what's changed, find out some secrets, and even stop by where cast members used to eat and drink during their lunch break. But in order to find out all these secrets, you guys have to come along.
Based off our name.
Welcome aboard. My name is Promise, and I'm going to be your tour guide through this magical journey through the movies. It's the perfect job for me, well, because I love the movies. That was the thing that I said as a cast member on the Great Movie Ride. It was the opening scene. And now today is August 13th, 2025, which means 8 years ago today, my beloved Great Movie Ride closed down. Now, I know a lot of you guys were here for it. I still even have my shirt for the closing month where it said, "That's a wrap on the Great Movie Ride." When this ride closed, I was no longer a cast member on it, but I am telling you, I was still in the feels. I was devastated. I was not prepared for change. Now, I will say, I do love Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I just wish it would have went somewhere else and we would have got to keep the Great Movie Ride, maybe with some updated movies, but for me, it's always gonna be one of those classics that I miss more than any other Disney ride. And so we're definitely gonna ride it today. I kind of want to point out some of the Great Movie Ride nods that are in the ride, and I just want to show you kind of what they have kept the same from the original ride. Of course, I do have some photos of me working for the Great Movie Ride. I've never been able to find any videos, so if you're maybe one of those people who think you had me as your tour guide, I would love to see photos or videos one day. But I have been wanting to make this video for you guys for so long because you know how much I loved the Great Movie Ride. So today is just going to be in honor of everything GMR. And now the first thing that you will notice is the facade has not changed. It is still the Great Chinese Theater, which is a replica of the one that's in Hollywood. You can even see on this little plaque right here, it says, "This facade is a recreation of the Chinese Theater originally built in Hollywood, California in 1928. And so pretty much other than some signage, this beautiful artifact has not changed too much. Even as you walk up here, the paint has maybe gotten some fresh color, but the architecture of this beautiful work of art remains the same, as well as some of our celebrity signatures up here. I am so happy that they didn't get rid of this because it's all different celebrities, handprints, signatures. Look at this, even some Star Wars ones. From Roger Rabbit to Star Wars, even R2-D2 and C-3PO made their mark here. And of course, we know these two. Of course, Mickey had to stop by, and he stopped by all the way May 1st, 1989, as well as Minnie here. She was May 1st. 1989 as well. Now, what's really cool about Mickey signing his autograph here on May 1st, 1989 is it was actually the opening day of Hollywood Studios, and not only the opening day for the park, which was then called MGM Studios, it was the opening day of the Great Movie Ride. So that's why that ride was so special. It was an opening day attraction, but like I said, I'm still happy that they kept it in some way, and I'm really happy that I actually kept this. I think I've showed you guys, or at least some of you guys before. Here is my cast member pin. I was gonna wear it with my little Great Movie Ride hat today, but I didn't want people to actually think in some way that I was a cast member and start asking me questions. This is just something that is so near and dear to me. When you got this pin, you really felt like you were a part of the magic. Now, my hat, however, is a replica hat. I have a replica hat, suspenders, and a bow tie, but it was a little too hot to go full swag on it today. Now, just left of the entrance of the sign is almost like this old school looking ticket booth. Now, even my time on the Great Movie Ride, this was never open. I don't know if at some point it was open or if they just had kind of like some fake props in there, or if it was just always in honor of the theater that's in Hollywood with their ticket booth that they have. So this has always remained the same, but it's been closed. And of course, the beautiful fountains in the entrance that just keep everything nice and cozy and cool back here. And before we head into the attraction, I kind of want to show you some little secret spots that used to be a big part of my time here on the Great Movie Ride. Through this little left walkway here is actually where the exit of the ride is. So a lot of people don't really come back here that often, or you don't know that you're coming back here because you're usually exiting out here. But if you guys don't see this like little queue that they have, there's almost like a rope. So what this little area used to be for is if you were a family or a friend of a tour guide and you wanted to be on their ride, since there were so many different cast members, you would come back here, wait in line, request your tour guide, and by the time their ride vehicle was up, they would usher you right in to the ride to see your friend or family member. Now, why I think that is so cool is because it was kind of a way to skip the line back in the day. It's almost like if you knew the passcode, if you knew where to go to request your cast member, friend, or family, you kind of got to skip the line a little bit. If your cast member maybe just went out on a tour, you were maybe waiting about 30 to 40 minutes to get on that ride. And that was another thing that I absolutely loved about the Great Movie Ride. It was almost 40 whole minutes in the air conditioning, sitting down, going through some of your favorite movies. So man, was it a nice time to relax. And so this was just kind of like a fun little fact. Like my family, my friends, they used to come up here, request promise, and then get escorted onto my ride vehicle. And right at the exit here, this is definitely one thing that's interesting, is they have a full Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway merch shop. We had nothing like that for the Great Movie Ride, although I wish we did. And the other reason why I want to wait a little bit longer before heading onto the attraction is it's only 10 o'clock, which means the park just opened, and the attraction is already at a 50-minute wait. If you guys see the queue ever outside here in the line, it's usually probably going to be around 40 minutes to an hour. So sometimes I like to hold off a little bit. When I see the queue outside go away, that's when we'll head inside and hit up the ride. And now I'm taking you alongside of the queue here down this ramp to just kind of show you a magical little door. So this is another thing that has not changed. They are always promoting new movies on the side here of what Disney and Pixar has coming up. So I'm happy to see that they still have movie posters, but what I'm trying to show you is right through here. Now, there used to not be this little market, and there used to not be this Joffrey's, and this is obviously where the whole kind of Pixar area is. And they do have some walls up here. You can see right back there, it says cast members only, and that's because if you work at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, or if you worked on the Great Movie Ride like I did, this was your exit during your breaks. And now straight down there is where Toy Story Land is, but before that was there, it was a walkway for cast members to get backstage. Now usually for my lunch breaks, I would head down this way to backstage because believe it or not, there used to be a cast member only Subway, and I would get a foot-long sub, a 6-inch sub, whatever I wanted for my lunch. Now, however, if I was getting off for the night, meaning I was wanting more of a dinner option, I would actually skip on the Backstage Subway and head to the right of the Great Movie Ride to the ABC commissary. So I figured we would hop inside and grab a little bite to eat while we're waiting for that wait time to simmer down. And you can definitely see this was a classic Hollywood Studios spot. They have little homages to old school MGM with the Earful Tower right there. And I love that right in here in the ABC commissary, they were always honoring the Great Movie Ride front and center. Now I am gonna show you what my classic order is here, but I'm also seeing that they have a new little drink for Disney Princess Week that they just dropped, and it looks really refreshing. So I think we're gonna have to try that out too. And now you can kind of see why ABC commissary was like a go-to stop for cast members, let alone it being so close to the Great Movie Ride. The prices were very cheap, especially back then. So on a cast member salary, this was definitely your dinner spot. The other place that I actually used to eat a lot was Mama Melrose's when I was like really going for a fancy dinner. But unfortunately, it's no longer here. But ABC Commissary is still here serving up the delicious food. And my little hack, if you come here to save even a little bit more money, is to get one of their kids' meals, and by the portion size, you would not believe that this is a kids' meal. This is the kids' pork taco. It's pork carnitas on a flour tortilla served with Mexican rice and black beans with queso fresca and a choice of drink for $7.79. And check out this new specialty beverage. This is the Bubbles of the Sea. It's Gold Peak, sweet green tea, lemon juice, pineapple and guava, topped with boba pearls and a splash of shimmer for $7.29. So obviously with this cute little mocktail being called Bubbles of the Sea, they dropped this for Ariel for the Princess Week. And of course, especially with her show being back, this is a perfect little refreshing summer drink, but you guys know I want to stir it up because some of the boba pearls went on the bottom. I'm not really seeing too much of shimmer. I guess they're supposed to be glitter. Maybe if I don't see it going in, I'll see it coming out, if you know what I mean. But let's try the new Bubbles of the Sea. That's really, really refreshing. It is kind of like your classic lemonade, but having the guava in there, it is tasting more of a tropical drink and not so tart. It's very sweet, and I love the little boba pearls. It definitely reminds me of the flavors of the Night Blossom a little bit. That's over in Animal Kingdom, but without the like slushy quality. It's more of like a lemonade punch quality, but I would definitely get it again. I don't love that the price point is almost as much as the food that I'm about to show you, so I would have liked this a little bit cheaper, especially because there's no alcohol in it, but all in all, a pretty fun little princess drink. I think I've shown you guys this little food hack before, but I love showing it again and again for maybe people who don't know about it, because look at this portion. For under $8, you get all this food. Now, the only thing that's different about the adult version of this is you do get, I think, 2 tacos instead of 1, and you don't get pickled onions with the kids, but I just always ask them for the pickled onions on the side once I go to pick it up, and they give it to me every time, so then it makes it exactly like what the adult taco is. They also do have a salsa that goes on top, but I just went with the pickled onions today. Now, they did have some form of tacos back in the day that I used to get, but the menu was very different, but still good on the price. So let's kind of build our little kids taco here. We'll put a little bit of the pickled onions on there. They're just so beautiful. I love the coloring on them. The rice. I love that the rice is almost like it's like a fried rice with like the peas in there, and then the black beans with the little queso fresca. Oh yeah. The pork taco. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's probably one of my favorite pork tacos because usually I'm not ordering pork. I'm usually a beef, chicken, maybe a shrimp, which they do have a really good shrimp bowl, even a kid's shrimp bowl here that's a really good price, but the pork taco to me is just classic. And like I said, the rice and beans that you get on the side, it is very filling. I wouldn't say you could split it. If you're wanting to split it, definitely just get the adult one. But for me, this is the perfect little bite as we wait in the AC for some wait times to go down. Okay, what a great little lunch and a perfect way to waste some time. And I think the time has actually gone down. But before we head into the attraction and my brain gets all emotional and kerfuffle, I want to give you some tips, some Easter eggs that they actually have on the new railway ride about the old Great Movie Ride. So in the carnival scene, there's a tongue-in-cheek poster advertising the Great Moving Ride, complete with an escalator packed with excited passengers, a playful parody, and then during the tornado sequence, there's a subtle reference to the Wizard of Oz, which was one of GMR's iconic scenes, and you can see on the mailbox in the tornado, it says, "No place like home." And all those Easter eggs are really cool, but probably one of my favorites, and I hope you guys can hear it, as soon as you board, Goofy is your conductor, and he says, "Welcome aboard," and that's how I would start every single ride. Welcome aboard, my name is Promise. So I cannot wait to board this magical journey through the movies. It still is kind of a magical journey through the movies. Let's head inside Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Well, I hopped over here because the wait time had started to go down, and now I know why. Can you guys see? What the heck? We are celebrating the 8-year closing of the Great Movie Ride. I do not want Mickey and Minnie's to be temporarily closed. Maybe I should have just went on it when it was long and then got lunch after, but usually I'm telling you that's the smart thing to do because ABC commissary is so close. So I'm just sitting literally right outside of here, chilling outside of the beautiful Chinese theater. The other thing that they knocked down that literally breaks my heart, and since I have some time to tell you guys about it, so all the way in the back, it's no longer there, but when you became a cast member on the Great Movie Ride and you would do your like opening tour, you got to put your hands, almost like the handprints out here, in paint and put it on a wall back there. So it had all of the team members of the Great Movie Ride from all the years past. Even some celebrities that would come through would put their hands on the wall. So next to my hands were actually Tom Hanks' hands. I squeezed my hands right next to Woody there. That was one of the really classic walls. I wish they would have like kept up in some way, or at least like took a photo of it so we could still have it. Just definitely one of those really, really special memories that I'll never forget. And I don't think I'll forget today, coming to try to ride this ride that is now closed. But hey, we're here, we're waiting it out. We got to get on this ride. I think it's opening. They're pulling back the rope. I'm so excited. This is even, I know, it was well worth the wait. We're walking in at 12:09. Okay, you guys, this might have worked to my advantage because now I feel like we're gonna walk like straight in, but I'm gonna be a little rushed to show you guys everything, but just take in this queue because not much has changed about the queue, and that's really what makes it extra special to me. It smells the same, the vibes are the same. Oh, I definitely think they did some touching up of things in here just because of how well kept it looks. So good. This little area of the queue, they used to have like old school Mary Poppins props. Even the carpet, at least I think it's the same. And then our classic gold queue ropes here into the theater portion. Now this is all very, very new, and if you guys can't tell, in the lanterns here, there's like little hidden Mickeys up here that I love to check out. There's even some hidden Mickeys in the clouds right here, you can see. It's a really, really fun, relaxing queue, and it is in the AC, so. But usually this is the part you would come in, you would get to watch like all the old-timey movies on the screens and wait to board your ride vehicle. So they still have kept up the movie portion, but it's a little updated with some of our friends. And then we're already heading straight into the pre-show here. This is awesome.
Nothing can stop us now. We'll make it happen.
We'll sing a song. Absolutely nothing will go wrong.
Hi, Goofy.
Well, beautiful day for a picnic. Oh, hiya, folks. Want to take a ride on the train? Do you mind helping these good people into the cartoon while I fix this here locomotive?
Yeah, I think I can handle that.
Thanks. Be back in a jiffy to pick you all up.
Right, folks, little change of plans. Looks like we're heading right in the cartoon.
This is so amazing. It's almost like the ride freshly opened, which it did. And here comes our locomotive.
Welcome aboard, folks. We're ready for a relaxing ride around the course.
Hiya, folks.
Hello there.
How you doing?
Hey, Rick and Liam.
You sure to take good care of our friends.
Where we wait? What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, no. I must have hit that track switch.
2, 3. Oh, excellent! You're all waltzing so beautifully together. Now, let's conga! Ah, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da,
Well, that concludes my guided tour. Hope you had a relaxing ride around the park, and thanks for sticking with me. Hey, picnickers! Told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
Nothing can stop us now. I am so
Well, Walt, nothing can stop us now, can it? Not even the ride, breaking down once and almost again while we were on it. Love you, pal. I hope you guys saw some of those Easter eggs I was talking about as quickly as we were going through the ride, and we went so quick through that queue, you guys. It was a walk-on, so I think it was meant to be that it went down and I chilled right here in the shade and walked straight on the ride. And what an amazing day celebrating the Great Movie Ride. I was so happy to be able to be here on their 8-year anniversary of their closing, and it's just an attraction here at Walt Disney World I will never forget. And make sure you guys leave a comment below. Did you ever get to ride on the Great Movie Ride? Which do you prefer? Did you like the old school ride, or do you like the new Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? And as always, peace, love, and positivity, and all the good things. See you in the movies. Love you guys. Bye.